Hi, good evening. I think we are now live. I believe so, right? Let me just check. Okay. So let's just proceed. Thank you so much while we are all waiting for our other guests. Let me just quickly check if they're all inside.
Yeah, I think that we
Okay.
need to wait for like two other guests as well.
Okay, so maybe let's just give them 1 to 2 minutes, but maybe we can get this time to uh, oops, wait. Sorry, where is this? To Marco. Hi, Marco.
Hi. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me here.
Our
Right.
pleasure.
I think like one me labs or like Tunad, he's gonna join in from the car because like
Hello, guys. Yeah,
hello, yeah,
yeah.
it's okay.
It
Like
was
you
an
don't have
accident on the road, so luckily there is someone uh, security that have us on delivery our car to the studio already. So currently we on another car. So sorry for that.
yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
stay safe. Yeah,
Can you hear me clearly?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's really
Okay,
clear. Yeah,
guys. No, no.
all right, great. We're gonna wait for one another guest and then we're gonna get started.
Okay.
Okay, right.
Hey guys.
Hello, hello.
Hi,
Okay,
awesome. I
awesome.
think we are now complete. So I can start in? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, you can start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So Marco, Tunad, and Luck, I sent you on your DMs the agenda for tonight. But while you're rechecking that again, I'm gonna proceed, okay, with our first two agenda. So first, welcome back everyone to our community members who have been watching us, and welcome to our guests tonight. We're gonna talk about how to keep building in Polkadot, but that's gonna be later on with Tin. But for me, I just want to introduce again OpenGuild to everyone and to whoever are watching our community calls first. If this is your first time, OpenGuild is an open community driven by Web3 elevating builders on Polkadot. So we are doing two main things. Number one, events. A lot of local meetups, grassroots events um, in Asia, to be specific. So we have a lot of meetups in Vietnam, North, Central, and South of Vietnam. We also do in Philippines, in Kuala Lumpur, in Malaysia, Singapore. We also do in Thailand. So a lot of these meetups are not just networking, but more on technical workshops or meetups. So introducing Polkadot, Open Guild, all our resources, right? So events is just one thing to grow Polkadot community in the local communities in Southeast Asia or in Asia in general. But a lot of our efforts, our team's effort, leading by Teen, are the resources that we have. So we have different kinds of resources. We have these open source slides, we have this video playlist, bootcamp, and of course these platforms build that openguild.wtf, right? So this is just one. This is the whole for hackathon bounties, project ideas, tools to start, tips and tricks on hacking. This is gonna be like kind of connected to our topic tonight. But another one also is learn.openguild.wtf. So this is the learning platform designed to help developers and curious minds understand the Polkadot ecosystem. So please check these two out, build.openguild.wtf and learn.openguild.wtf. Okay. So feel free to join us on our Discord. Follow us on X. On Discord, our developers are always ready, and of course, us, the whole team in OpenGuild, are always ready to support you if you want to be promoted, or if you want to start your own local community within Asia, or if you have technical questions. We're always ready to support. Our resources, our teams always ready to back you up, especially if it benefits the whole ecosystem in Polkadot, or if you're very curious, or if you want to start something on your own. So that's it for OpenGuild. Next, the Polkadot ecosystem updates. First, Polkadot remains the most decentralized blockchain. So this according to ChainSpec. On top of this list, Polkadot has always been there among all the blockchains that we have. It's also nice to see some chains built on Polkadot, Moonbeam, Crust, and the other ones. So it's very kind of like a proud moment for the ecosystem to be here, because decentralization and decentralized um, idea is the ethos of Polkadot, right? So it's always nice to be backed up by data and by research. Next, Polkadot also just became the first blockchain ecosystem to be designated this strategic enterprise in Hong Kong. So this is from the efforts of our friends in Polkaport East, and they are now partnering with Oasis. So Polkadot joins Oasis with other prominent high-tech companies in Hong Kong. Oasis will serve as a platform to introduce Polkadot Hub and Cloud to partners in the region. So this is also a nice moment for us. I just want to share some of the photos from this signing ceremony. This was attended by Parity, I believe, and Web3 Foundation, and of course our friends from Polkaport East. And next one for our builders, developers, friends. Web3 Foundation updated guidelines for its grants program with emphasis on user-centric innovation. So this is mainly, of course, to strengthen the Polkadot economy, and of course with the benefits of the whole ecosystem. So please check this out. You can just search online the Web3 Foundation Grants Program, the updated one. And you can also follow Web3 Foundation on X and Polkadot account. Next, Peak. So Peak Up beta version is now live. So this beta version, it features bridging, transfer, staking, swaps for Peak native tokens. It also debuted liquid machines for RWA investments. This is something interesting. So you can check app.peak.xyz for more details and for more information. And I think this is our last one for today. Accurast's decentralized compute network testnet has now surpassed 450 million transactions. So this is such a big milestone for our friends from Accurast. So please check hub.accurast.com and join this 450 million transactions. And some update from Polkadot Builder Party. So, OpenGuild has been supporting this builder party towards global hackathon. So now we have 1,500 plus signups builders since October 1st, right? The photos of the meetups that I showed earlier, those are from the Road to Sub-Zero and part of the builder party campaign. So we've done a total of 8 meetups for around Southeast Asia to support this campaign. So congratulations. I believe this is more, 1,500 last week, I believe. So I think this should be more by now, higher number. So yeah, this is just some from Korea with Chris. Yeah, and of course our friends from South Korea. But yeah, I mean, please feel free to join again OpenGuild on Discord. We would be very happy to support you for any technical assistance. Or if you want to start growing your own Polkadot community in your local city, please feel free to reach out to me or to the whole OpenGuild friends, OpenGuild team, and we will be happy to help you how to start your local meetup, how to do workshops, or what kind of resources or content you want to start, or you can start if you want to start your own meetup and recurring ones. So yeah, I think that's it for me. I'm gonna stop sharing. Now I will leave the stage to Tin and to the whole guests tonight. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Wait a bit. I need to restart my browser to rent the access to share the screen.
Okay, while Tin is away, please, Marco, say hi. Hi, Lak. It's nice to meet everyone here.
Hey, hey. I understood you also have communities in Philippines. I'm based right now in Philippines,
We're in Philippines.
Cebu.
Aha, I see. Okay, we have a lot of friends in Cebu also.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
That's super.
yes, one of the meetups that we did for Global Hackathon is in Cebu. Are you in Cebu City?
Yeah, correct.
Ah, perfect. So they organized that, and hopefully I will be able to visit next month. I will ping you, and maybe we can meet with other Polkadot friends there. Okay, Tin is
Awesome.
back
Yeah. Yeah, where are you based?
in Manila.
Oh, okay, Philippines. Nice.
Yes, you're on mute, Tin.
How can I bring my screen on stage? Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Okay. So yeah. So like, thank you everyone for like coming to like the session today, and we would love like, to talk about a bit like beyond the hackathons and how to keep like building in Polkadot, because like hackathons is great, but it has a lot of issues. We're gonna like cover that in like in these sections, and it's very rare to see like builders, hackathon winners keep rowing and building their products. So first, let me introduce a bit about myself. My name is Tin, and I'm a DevRel lead as OpenGuild. You can learn more about me at like jumatin.com. Um, and a bit about like OpenGuild. I think like Pat already like covered quite well about like OpenGuild. So we
I think Tin is muted.
can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah, I don't know which part that I was muted.
I think you can just continue.
Okay. Yeah, so like I think the Pat already like covered about like OpenGuild, but let me introduce it, about it again. So like OpenGuild is a community for like Web2 builders who contribute to like open source project, learn, and also like receive support all the builders in the same ecosystem, like enthusiasts about like Polkadot technology, and also help to expand the Polkadot ecosystem. So you can learn more about like OpenGuild as openguild.wtf. And as we are talking about the hackathon topics, so it's a mistake like to not mention like the current hackathons. So like there's current hackathons. Pat also like mentions, and we currently have around like 1,800 builders registered on that post. And this hackathon is called Build Resilient. Like this hackathon called Builder Party, where it's aimed at like build resilient apps with like Polkadot Cloud, and it's gonna be the deadline gonna be around like 18 November. So if any builders who interested to like build on Polkadot, yeah, feel free to join the hackathon. So the total price around like 40K. So it's sort of a decent number. A bit about like the hackathon track. So currently there's around three main prizes. The first prize is gonna be like 3,000 in cash, and this is for like the first place winner. And we can accept the three winners, and also like we have like second place winner, where it's like 2,000 in cash, and one third place winners with 1,000 in cash. Yeah, and this hackathon is different from like other rent scheme hackathon, because like we want to support like all the builders in this ecosystem. So we have a lot of like small prizes for like the builders who do like, for example, a community meetup, or like community vote, also like Polkadot tinkerers, where like, you can be creative and then come up with like anything's cool and then benefit the Polkadot ecosystem. Okay, so about a bit about like 2D gas, we have like 3 interesting speaker from the token 2049 hackathons winners set, and we have like Marcro from like MicroPay, and we have like Tunad from like WAM Labs, and also like Latch from WinCoins. And as you can see right here, we have like an image where like all the builders receive the prize, and it's look really cool to see like all of the also represents onto this stage. Yeah, so I want to take a lot of times of like these sections, but I just cover a bit about like from my perspective about the hackathons and like the benefit and also like some pitfall bit. Then I'm gonna give the stage back to like the speaker, and also I prepare a lot of like interesting questions that I would love to learn more to like the hackathon winners as well. So as you know, like the hackathon is really great because it's a baby step for you to test your hypothesis, test your MVP. However, like and yeah, like deliver nowadays, like deliver the MVP can be like take only like 1 day instead of like 1 year, and you can definitely also like do that in the hackathons. As for all the builders that we have here, like they join the token 2049 hackathons and they deliver in around 24 hours straight, and they deliver some things really cool, innovative, and as you know, like 2025 is like the time for like AI. There's a lot of like AI innovation, AI startup, and like more like vibe coding tools, become more popular. So AI is just from the way we deliver a new product. And another benefit of like joining the hackathon is like you receive the mentorship and the guidance from the industry expert. And talking a bit about the AI as well. So as you see, nowadays AI is dominate like the whole market, because if you go to like YC batch, the last the YC latest batch, you can find like if you search for the keyword AI, it's nearly 50% of all the products in the batch, about AI. Okay, so it's just a bit of insight from my end, and I think that AI is a good path. AI is crypto is a good path for any builders to come up with. Okay, however, like maybe you already have the MVP, but like the MVP is not a startup. As you can see right here, we have like the 9 steps: repeatable, scalable, and profitable road. And this model I learned from the one of like the entrepreneurs. And this model like is like when you like have a product and you can roll and scale it. However, like for the MVP and the hackathon project, it's only like stop at the first stage. More of them gonna stop at the first stage. I guess like 90%. That is like trying to come up with like the hypothesis and then trying to search for the product market fit. But like most of the hackathon project, it's gonna stop and like test the hypothesis, but cannot see like cannot prove the value or like cannot prove that it can be solved. And today we're also gonna learn a bit on like how like the current hackathons project, the post-hackathon project is currently doing with their with their project to roll. Okay, a bit about like if you search for like the pitfall of the post-hackathon project, you can see like there's a lot of pitfall because like doing like hackathon project versus like production reality project is like a complete thing, completely different things, because to roll a new project, grow new products that get profitable, you have like to prove your product market fit, have like a good like business models, also like how to onboard the customer, support them, and then like convert them into a pay user. Okay, that's enough for like some of like the context of today's topic. But like now we're gonna go to a bit about like the hackathon project showcase, where we have like all the winners here gonna like go through like a bit about what they're currently doing. They briefly introduce about the teams and also the project they are currently build about like during the hackathons, what inspired like the team to start building on Polkadot in the first place, and also what problems were you trying to solve, and why do you think it's matter to the Polkadot ecosystem. Okay, so I think like maybe we should start with a Tunad from WAM Labs. And it's, I think
Hello guys.
yeah,
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, Tunad. So I think like you're a popular guys on
Okay.
X, and a lot of builders know about you. So would be great if you can give a bit like introduction about yourself, and also a bit about your project as well.
So let me. Okay, sure. So first of all, we are one labs. We are one and then this is a combination between me, Tunad, and Claudio, he is the one who working on the smart wallet for a very long time already, since 2017, and I am working on the Web3 for around that years as well. And then the idea of our team is like, why don't we scan the QR code, something like Momo in Vietnam, like Boost in Malaysia, or Shopback in Singapore, and then can pay with the crypto. So we that's why we coming up with this idea, and that's it's all about us. Just the combination between the one who work directly on the smart wallet, and another one on Web2, and another one who work really close to Web3. Yeah.
So how like what is inspirations for you like to be like on Polkadot in the first place? Like when you were joining the hackathons in Singapore.
First thing is like Claudio. He quite interesting on the AI. So that's why he got the connection with the AI builder on Singapore. Start with with the event AI in the early of this year, and that's why he got the connection with the token 2049. Together, he also have a vendor in Vietnam, so he always create a space for the young builder come in and start building something. So around that time, he meet OpenGuild, and then we do the collaboration. So we just thinking about the Polkadot around that time, and then OpenGuild also asked us to join the hackathon because they also have. So that's why we fly to Singapore and then bring our idea to be come true, something like that.
Cool. From my understanding, like you guys, like customer facing applications, to help like doing payment in a better way. But so like from your perspective, like why do you think it's matter to the Polkadot ecosystem?
Yeah, because like as I check, there is no that kind of payment in Polkadot yet. So that's why we just coming up with this idea, because like like around this year, um, I think start up by last year already. So some of the smart wallets on Web2 in Malaysia, especially you can check on the Do It Now, and in Vietnam is VNPay. They start to do the integration with the Web3 already. So we just take a chance.
Okay, yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, thank you. Now we're gonna go to like other project, and then like I'm gonna come back to like a question list. We're gonna discuss a bit when we have the other winners here. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you, Tunad. Okay. Do you want to go next, Marco? Yeah, sorry for misspelling your name.
No
So,
worries, no worries. Yes, sure,
yeah,
sure.
if you have a project that you want like to give a demo, feel free to share screen.
So my name is Marco, and our team is called MicroPay. So actually, we also have Jonathan here, which is my team member as well, from MicroPay. We're people of 4 team, so we have Andre and Kevin, but they're not in the call today. So basically, MicroPay, what we built is basically a cross-bridge solution for micropayments for the X402 protocol. And just to give a bit of context of what the X402 protocol is that is a standard that was introduced by Coinbase a few months ago. And this standard actually allows payment protocol that enables like instant stablecoins payment directly over HTTP. And the idea is that in the future, we are moving towards an agentic economy where AI agents can interact with each other. And basically, this protocol is going to be used for these AI agents to perform stablecoin payments. And what MicroPay does is basically it's trying to fix the problem where a lot of these AI agents tries to perform cross-bridge transactions and allows these different AI agents to interact with AI agents from different chains. And basically, we want to create a simple interface instead of these AI builders. They have to rebuild their own like cross-bridging solution. We want to build a simple interface that allows these people to just integrate with us, and then they can receive and pay stable coins in any chain, and that is the idea, and that's what we built during the hackathon.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's like I think my impression was like strive for AI, right?
Yes, basically that's
Okay,
what we're our vision.
cool. So, what inspired your team to start like building on Polkadot in the first place? So like read one of the article that your team integrate like Hyperbridge into your
Yes.
solutions, and it was like quite impressive. So like, what's the inspiration?
Yes. So because I think the main problem we want to solve is the interoperability problem between the cross-chain, and we think it's very aligned with what Polkadot was meant to build, was created in the first place for, which is to build the cross-chain architecture. And then I think just perfectly, we also discover Hyperbridge, which is a Polkadot parachain that helps us to solve this exact problem. And basically, we use Hyperbridge as part of our solution to integrate with the X402 protocol. So I think in terms of like what we are trying to solve, as well as what the Polkadot ecosystem is trying to solve, we're aligned on that part. Yeah, so that's why we chose the Polkadot.
I see. And what the problem that you were trying to solve, and why do you think this matter for the Polkadot ecosystem?
Yes, so I think the problem basically is that in the future we are betting that we're still in a quite a fragmented world where a lot of different blockchains exist, and what happens is that people are going to deploy different applications in different blockchains, and there's going to be services that needs to still interact with each other, and especially we have AI agents trying to interact with different chains. And basically what we want to do is allow this cross-bridge transactions to happen more seamlessly so that they don't have to implement this solution themselves. And why it matters for the Polkadot ecosystem is because we're technically trying to bring the AI economy into Polkadot ecosystem as well, which is going to be a huge market. And yes, so I think that's why.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's a great answer. Yeah. So last team like hey Latch, can you hear me?
Hey, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you want to give like
Awesome.
a showcase about like WinCoins? I remember like I took a very long conversation with one of your team members, and I learned a bit about the project. I think it's a really cool one. So do you have a demo?
Do I have a demo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I
yeah,
do. I can show you some of the things that we have right now. I'm not prepared for this, but let me just start my server. Why not? We have a live demo, but it's outdated. We have built quite a lot on top of it actually. So it might be a cool thing to do. Anyways, so we're WinCoins. Me and Antonio are the co-creators. So what we wanted to build is permissionless, creator-focused prediction markets. So if you know about Polymarket, like I'm sure you do, it's quite hard to build your own market in there. And first, it's very expensive. It takes some moderation time from the Polymarket team. And on top of that, they have a pretty limited resolution system and also pretty expensive dispute one. So what we are building is a prediction market that is self-serviced and also can answer real-time questions. So you can get results, let's say, on anything from price feeds to weather to sports events. And then you can do this pretty simple with our robust Oracle system, where the correct API is being chosen to resolve the event. But you can also use AI resolutions for example, different type of events that can be more ambiguous, right, and less deterministic. So yeah, the idea is we have, let's say, you watching an event right now on YouTube or on Twitch or on Kick or on television, and you are able to instantly create a market for something that might finish in 15 minutes, and you can have people, basically interact with your prediction market. And because you're the creator, you also earn fees on top of that. So the incentive is you go to a niche communities, and probably those communities can start kind of creating this sort of entertainment, where they bring up interesting or controversial topics, and then they share a market, and the market becomes viral, and they earn creator fees. And then the community leaders are also happy because this actually brings a lot of interesting, interest to their own communities, and helps them expand on the internet. So yeah, that's what we do with WinCoins. I can show you view one here. And this is very old version. This is the hackathon version that we actually built in 2 days.
Yeah, that's okay.
Sure. The new one is so much better. So current tab, Windows, entire screen. Cool. Do you see it? Do you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see it. Oh no, not yet.
Okay. What about now?
Okay, yeah, we can see your screen.
So yeah, this is what we actually had for our hackathon project. This is what we presented. Here is where you can create a new event. Here are all the events that are currently done, and here is the ability to choose resolution, self-resolution, AI agent, and custom oracle. This is also something that we're thinking about in the future, where different people can plug their custom oracles, which would be the custom resolvers of the events. Yeah. So here you can see the markets you have predicted, and you can collect your payments at the end if you are right or wrong. And here are some of the markets that you can directly resolve, because you have rights to do so. Like this system is kind of optimistic resolution system, and in the future you're going to have some sort of resolution in dispute system, which should be, once again, we aim to be faster than poly market. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You add a market, you create yes, no, draw, and whatever outcomes you want. You set the deadline for predictions, and then after that, resolution happens automatically through AI, through Oracle, or through you.
Cool. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, thank you for the demos. Okay, so I have a few questions for all the builders here. The first one would be what's the biggest obstacle for you during the hackathon to realize your visions, realize your idea during the hackathons, because you have a very short time span, right? 24 hours. So maybe let's start with Jonathan or Marco. Feel free if any of you guys want to answer the questions.
Yeah, sure. I can answer this. So basically, there's an echo.
Okay, yeah. Can you continue?
Okay, yeah. So your question is any challenges, right? So I think the challenge was actually trying to get familiar with the technology, because actually a lot of the things were also very new to us, especially like Hyperbridge is something we discovered. We had to learn very quickly, and basically trying to get as much support as possible from the Polkadot team. So we actually I think one of the biggest challenge was trying to find a good solution for the problem that we would try to solve. And Hyperbridge was not the only thing that we considered. We also considered other solutions using Snowbridge, and then but mainly I think we requested for support from the Polkadot team, and also actually messaged Tin directly during the hackathon, and I think you're also very supportive on that. So I think it's more about getting help as quick as possible before you're stuck on one problem and then you waste a lot of time. So the moment that you're stuck, it's good to request for help and try to unblock things very quickly. I think that's the main point.
Yeah, that's
Another
very
thing-
helpful. Yeah, feel free to give some input. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Just another thing was just hackathons in general. We wanted to be pretty ambitious with our project, so it became harder and harder to build. So what we did was we just decided to make it simpler. We just focused on base at the very end, and things worked out. So
That's really cool. Yeah, thank you. How about you, Tunad? Are you there?
Oh, I am typing. Sorry. So I mean, like, if you, I think to prepare good, to have a good prepare on the hackathon. So we're seeing whenever we have an idea, we have to do infrastructure design for that and prepare on the library that we did it, and also list on the bottleneck that we face on the Polkadot, and we gonna join as much as we can for the some of the speech from the Polkadot team. Read more documentation to have a good prepare for all the library that we're gonna use in the hackathon. So, so I also say like OpenGuild, own way, they always have a lot of the introduction about the Polkadot infrastructure. So that helped me a lot. So that's why I can do a speed run on the hackathon just now.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. How about you, Lach?
Yeah. So we were trying to use like state-of-the-art technology, the Polkadot hub that just got released, and we did run in some technical issues in there. So I think the biggest challenge would be, especially when you're working with state-of-the-art technology. Same with Eigen AI that we also won their prize in their track. It's important to have some sort of maybe more examples, or maybe even some MCP server for AI to help you with this technology. Yeah. So that was one of the main challenges, but yeah, apart from that, I think communication was great. It's important to have somebody in your team that's willing to go and communicate with different sponsors and just help you validate your ideas and discuss with them. In my case, like Antonio did a great job with Chris and Tin speaking and problem solving. So yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah, so right. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Another questions that I think related directly to the topic that we're talking about today is like what's after hackathons, like the post-hackathon experience. Like currently, like how do you guys planning and also have the roadmap to grow your products? And are you guys like still building? And we would love like to hear more about like your journey after the hackathons. So do you want to start like MicroPay team? Yeah.
Oh yes, sure. So yeah, I think like definitely we're still working on the project, and actually currently working with the OpenGuild team to finalize our proposal for the Web3 Foundation grant. And of course, at the same time, we're also exploring the solution. And I think what we try to achieve now is actually try to have from just a prototype, we want to work towards actually building something usable by real users. And that means being involved in the community, being involved in the ecosystem. Especially the X402 space is something that's slowly growing, and there's been a lot of interest in that space as well. So there's a lot of builders coming to X402 trying to build something, and I think it's a great opportunity. The timing, I think, is also great because a lot of people are experimenting with X402. A lot of people want to try on X402, and I think basically we we're in a good timing, and basically we need to move fast because this is probably like just a very short time window where we can get a lot of people to be curious to try on our product. And so yeah, I think that's where we're trying to aim to go, and that's where we're headed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really to see like because like recent, or I can say in like 2025, like there's a lot of like stablecoin innovations that just launch, and it's correct like more demand of crypto as a stablecoin fiat in like micropayment. As you can see, like Stripe launches, Tempo, or like Acquire Bridge. So like there's a lot of like news out there related to the stablecoin, also micropayment, and that's also really great, to see like some products in that field. They're gonna empower products in Polkadot, yeah, as well. So yeah. Okay. How about you, Lech?
Yeah, so for us, we are planning to very similar thing like we understand for the DeFi builders and for the Web3 grants, and we we made some documents, and but while making them, like we ourselves got more clear idea on go to market and market application launch basically. So yeah, so what we have been doing is developing the features, but also kind of having a plan for how to acquire the first users. And we have described this in our forum for the grant, and that's our plan actually, to hopefully in a few weeks have something that we can start with a few users on Twitter, for example, try to make some replies and seed some markets for controversial topics on Twitter, for example, that get a lot of attention, and hope that some users would start using our product. Also sponsor some markets to help the first users, to incentivize users to come to our application. So yeah, that's what we have been working, basically trying to understand how to acquire the first users and how to launch this thing.
Cool. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's very great. How about you, Tunad? Okay. Are you there?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. So can you repeat the question, please? I just got the broken line just now.
Yeah. So like, what's the journey? What's the roadmap of OnePay
Okay.
after like the hackathons?
Yeah. So we have a clearly roadmap for this. So we will start with the integration with the. So we are in the doing the integration with the Alice wallet. So they will help us to settle the payment from the crypto to the fiat in the futures. So at the same time, we also do the connection with do it now on Malaysia, Shopback on Singapore to do a short introduction about us. So our plan is like we do more integration with more smart wallet all the country in the Southeast Asia as soon as possible. So that's why we and then another time we can we can come in with a full workflow from our application.
I
Yeah.
see.
So
I see.
the Alex will do the integration around end of Q4. So I think we're gonna release the MVP on the January. That is our plan for now.
I see. Yeah, that seemed like a very well structured operation plan. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So like,
really, the challenging here things here is like about the country law. You know, like in Vietnam currently, the law is not so clear at the moment. So we have some agreement with the VNPay VNPay, but like the some of the application like us is already do the integration, but they still pending on the law of the Vietnamese country. So I think we're gonna start with Malaysia and Indonesia first.
I see. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I know that like nowadays like regulation especially like Vietnam is still like in the red zone, and there's a lot of like things kind of like coming up in like upcoming months. So especially also like project related to the wallet as well. But yeah, I think like things kind of getting better. And yeah, ready to hear that. My one last questions because we're also like running out of time. But from your standpoint as like the builders, what the expectations from the ecosystem? I mean like any kind of ecosystem, not only like about Polkadot, because like we are building project in crypto in like blockchain, right? And then I think like ecosystem or like community is like one of like the biggest advantages of the blockchain blockchain project against others Web2 traditional project. So like from your expectation, what kinds of like help, what kinds of like resources that you gonna need from your end to be a successful product? Yeah, do you want to start, Michael?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that's one unique thing about the blockchain ecosystems is that there's actually people who already been there, done that, and things like this. And there's already like people probably in the later stage of their startups, later stage of their products. And I think the expectation, I think, is just building like the network of people and helping to provide the shared learnings, what they experience, and things that probably to avoid or to do or not do. I think this kind of sharing is important, and it's probably something that you're already doing as well. So that's something that, yeah, I think it's more like a positive sum game where like we're just growing the pie bigger, right? Like as more and more people contribute and more people join in, I think that's going to make everyone better off. So that's what I think.
I see. Like an active communities and people help you to like people in the same ecosystem also like, be active about it. That's gonna be like helpful for you as like a product builder as well. Yeah, that's great. How about you, Lach? Yeah, do you want to share something?
Yeah, so to double what Marcus said, I think community is super important for the launch because you need to gain some initial traction. You need some help. You cannot do it on your own in kind of isolation and hope that your project will just take off. So network is super important. So, and I think Polkadot community is niche and interesting, and they would be willing to interact with the new kind of apps and new capabilities that we built there. So, and of course, you still need some sort of money for marketing and for go-to-market launch. So, yeah, those are the most important things in my opinion.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's great. How about you, Tunad? Okay, are you there?
Hello. Yeah. So our challenging about the ecosystem, our ecosystem is not that complicated for the implementation, but like to run this kind of business, like we are the social payment, so kind of the social payment, and then allow the user to pay the crypto to the fiat. I mean the real estate. So we had to do the KYC. So that's what is the most challenging currently because all of the smart wallet at the moment is required the KYC. So we are working with them to see how is the flow of the registration. It's mean like we're gonna share the user. We're gonna share the user information between our system to the smart wallet system. So that is the most complicated. The rest one is not our challenge anymore because we done 100% for the crypto side already. So now it's about the traditional business side for the integration only. And mostly like we have to do a lot of we luckily we have a huge community in Vietnam and also Malaysia. So let's see how, but we still working on the KYC issue.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. But like, what exactly like the like the kind of support.
Let me explain a bit about this. So
Yeah.
it's like, for example, like Momo in Malaysia, or maybe they do it now. So when or maybe the Momo in Vietnam or Boost in Malaysia, do it in Malaysia also. So whenever you want to put your credit card or maybe your maybe your debit card to top up the money, right? So you have to verify your ID card or maybe the passport. So so the challenging here is like the people, right, like in the bush when they're traveling to Singapore, and they want to pay by our application, right? So their information need to be shared, for the verified on the Singapore side. So that's what it's about the multi-region uh, verification. So if you pay in your own country, there is good, but when you are the foreigner, so there is another thing, the extra thing need to work.
I see. I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like there are a lot of stuff that need to handle for the kind of business.
Yeah, that's what is updated about the KYC. So whenever we come in with a good workflow that have agreement from the multiple wallet. So there is a way for us to work on the multi region, So I think we're gonna start testing with Malaysia and Indonesia first.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thank you for the answer. And I think like that's also like wrap up of to the community call as well. But yeah, like one last request for man. So like can you guys like give like one sentence advice to like all the builders that currently build in like the builder parties? I think like it's quite impressive that like all the builders that we have here, all the project that we have here, you guys are really dedicated based on like the interviews that I have here. So and I really love like to see more project from like the Polkadot hackathons that gonna like build after the hackathon as well. So like what kind of like one sentence advice that you're gonna have to all the builders? Yeah, maybe yeah. Let's start with do you want to start Latch? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's mix it up this time. So I would say just don't focus only on product. Make sure that you have somebody in your team that's reaching out and making a lot of networking, a lot of connections, trying to explain your product, present it, pitch it to others. Else you wouldn't be very successful. It's very unlikely for somebody to understand your product out of the box. From what worked for us was, it just I touched bases with for example, with the other Eigencloud, and I managed to just get very passionate to talk about some stuff that I'm interested in. We seem to align, so at the end we won a prize in their track, and my partner Antonio also did the same with Polkadot, and we managed to kind of align and get passionate and get excited about the same thing. So I would say, yeah, try to also reach out and don't be afraid to talk with people.
Yeah, right advice. Like you cannot like, build like, a startup or like a whole business if you only like a technical persons, and as well like if you only like a business person, you cannot also like you can't build it as well. So like definitely you're gonna need like to be more I can say like sociable and then like reach out to like more people to build up like a strong team. So yeah, that's a real advice. How about you, Marco?
Okay. I guess something that's come to my mind is probably something you probably heard a lot of times. I would say is like focus more on the problem that you're trying to solve, because I think that's where you can actually get to pitch your story as well. Because I think hackathons are also not just technical, but they're also talking about actually solving something. And usually to solve something, you need a problem to solve. So having that story, that narrative strong is important. And that also will help you to think about different solutions, because once you have that problem anchored, there's multiple solutions that can come up, and that it's easier to find like the solution to that. Because if you focus on just like one solution, you'll be too focused on just trying to build that thing, but it may not actually work out. But if you focus on like, if you know the actual problem, if one thing doesn't work, you can quickly try to come up with something else, something different. And yeah, I guess that's advice I would give.
Mm,
And
I see.
Jonathan, maybe
Yeah,
do you
Jonathan,
have-
do you want to give some input?
I would just say don't quit. Just going off what Marco said, awesome. Keep the vision alive. Remember why you started doing this project, and don't quit. Get it to the finish line.
Cool. Yeah, that's right. Like a very strong conviction advice. Cool. How about you, Tunad?
So I think like the idea is always coming to your mind every day, every day. So remember to take note of it. I think sometimes it's not right at the moment, but in the future maybe it's right. And for your hackathon, it's just a beginning. And whenever you start to build your product on the hackathon, so it's just try to finish the core feature first. Don't focus on the UI UX. And after that, you have to believe on your project, like Marcro said.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's all like a very great advices, and I think that's also like a wrap up like today community call as well. Again, like thank you for being here, and hope that we can also like have more interesting stuff, more like great products. Hopefully to see like you guys product release on productions on Polkadot hubs in like the near futures, and like OpenGuild here, and we're happy to do that to support as well. And yeah, so like that's the end of the today community call, and happy to have all you guys here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, see ya.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tin. Thank you, Patricia.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.